Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever it may be worldwide. My name is Stephen Sherman with Emotional Soul Healing, and I got inspired with creating another guided meditation for today. So, as a reminder, these meditations, they are sealed by the universe. They're heavily protected. They're good for life, and let's see what's going to come from this. So. If you're open to this guided meditation, if you're driving, please pull over or do not listen to it. Or if you're under the influence or operating heavy machinery, please do not listen to this. If you just take a few moments here and find yourself into a comfortable position, uncrossing your hands, uncrossing your feet, closing your eyes, and taking in 3 deep breaths. And in your mind's eye, visualizing having a large silver plate. And on the silver plate, I'd like you to empty out whatever's been occupying the mind. If it's any of the stress, if it's come from the family, if it's work, all the day-to-day stuff, or whatever it may be. Be generous, be kind with yourself. Take a couple moments here to empty out as much as possible here. And whenever you're ready, watching the silver plate rising higher and higher into the vastness of the universe until you no longer see it. Imagine in your mind's eye walking here through your garden, sensing and feeling the sun's warmth in your skin, and smelling the fragrance of the flowers and trees, or we have the new fall season here. And as you continue walking through your garden, towards the edge of your garden, walking up the set of stairs, up to the door, guarding your own private island. In the doorway, there's a key. Taking this key and unlocking this door, stepping into your island, closing the door behind you, locking it, and keeping the key with you. This is your home away from home. This is your private sanctuary, and no one is allowed here without your express permission. I'd like you to invoke and invite here onto your island your younger inner child, and giving this inner child, or comforting this inner child, both a hug and a kiss, and thanking the inner child for being here. I'd like you to invoke and invite here onto your island your master guide and guides, and whether you see these guides or not, it doesn't matter. Simply acknowledging and thanking your guides here from the light, nothing but the light. Thanking these guides for being here for today. As you gaze into the eyes of your inner child, you're going to be asking your inner child, along with your guides, to assist you with having all the files and for all the feelings throughout this meditation, known or unknown to you, perceived or experienced. For any of the masks worn with this, asking you guys to have all these files and all these feelings collectively from your past, present, and future self placed into the field with peace, compassion, universal love and grace. And be asking you guides there to assist you with cutting and unplugging the emotional cords with any of the current global events, anything where it controls or attempts to control the reality, whether it's done through social media, the TV, magazines, newspapers, videos, any and all the unprecedented news, anything where it's targeting the mind to either control it or manipulate it or corrupt it. I ask you guys to assist you having all these files and all these feelings collectively placed into the field with peace, compassion, universal love and grace. Taking a deep breath, please. Hold it. And with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. For all the files and for all the feelings coming in, where some of us are lucky enough living in a place where we get to watch it on TV or on social media and turn it off, and for others that are living it and with no way out of it, whether it be as wars, natural disasters, war zones, if there are things like typhoon, hurricanes, tsunamis, whatever's not spoken about on the news, whatever the natural disasters may be, for any of the devastation, for any of the loss, for any of the homes lost, or if there's family members that are no longer there or gone or missing. Asking you guys to assist you with having all these files and all these feelings collectively from your past, present, and future self, back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, perceived or experienced, known or unknown to you, all these files, back from the inner child, from the family, culture, and religion, and the environment, asking you guys to assist you with having these collective files and feelings from the past, present, and future self placed into the field with peace, compassion, universal love, and grace. Taking a deep breath, please. Hold it. And with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. For any of the files and for any of the feelings, if there was any of the homes lost, if there's anything dealing with a dysfunctional family, if there was a divorce, or if there's tension within the home, or if the home doesn't feel like a home, but it feels more like a house, just a place, just to occupy the time. If there's any personal devastation, if there was a loss of a job, mortgage foreclosures. For those that are dealing in a tougher environment, whether it's dealing with murder, rape, genocide, for those that are killed, for any of the suppression from any of the governments, from any of the current events involving the MK, ultra mind control programs, child trafficking, for any of those that lost their freedom or fought for their freedom and lost it, for any of those that were wrongfully convicted, for anyone if they were incarcerated for years and affected their own life or their family or their own personal lives that got destroyed because of it, or for whatever the emotional experience was at a younger age, and if it was swept underneath the rug or was kept within the family and no one's talking of it. You're welcome here and asking your guides from the light to assist you with placing all these files, all these feelings, known or unknown to you, perceived or experienced, back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, going back as young as possible, back to that inner child, and ask you guys to assist you with having all these files and all these feelings back from the family, the culture, religion, from the environment, from one's past, present, and future self, placing all these files and all these feelings collectively into the field with peace, compassion, universal love, and grace. Taking a deep breath, please. Hold it. And with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. For any of the files, for any of the feelings where it affects one's life, whether it's involving as a profession, a skilled trade, as a professional, if it's dealing with things like suicide, and feeling overburdened with stress, or with no way of venting the stress, however it may affect one's own personal life, if there was a loss of possessions or loss of property. For those that were killed, for those that were maimed or badly injured due to any of the natural events, or from the human experiences here, those if they were badly injured or if their homes are gone, for any of the natural typhoons or hurricanes, if there's anything involving things like the mass shootings, anything that left a devastating effect, or any of the global atrocities, or the mass genocide, whether it's talked about or not, or the small tragedies, whatever they may be. It could be as simple as losing a pet, losing a loved one. It's losing one's favorite animal, favorite dog, or favorite cat. Ask you guys to assist you with having all these collective files and all these collective feelings, known or unknown to you, back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, perceived or experienced, known or unknown type files. Ask you guys to have all these files and all these feelings and all these cords unplugged on your behalf. Replacing all these files and all these feelings collectively into the field with peace, compassion, universal love and grace. Taking a deep breath, please. Hold it. And with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. For any of the files or for any of the feelings where if one feels bitter, if one feels grief or sadness, if there's a sense of loss, anger, this feeling of hate or racism, it's feeling upset or unworthy, or if one feels devastated from whatever happened from the past, and let's say in front of everyone smiling, but behind closed doors, or at 2 o'clock in the morning with the tears coming down, asking you guys to place all these files and all these feelings, known or unknown to you, whether it was experienced, perceived, back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, known or unknown to you, and asking you guys to have all these files and feelings peacefully placed into the field with peace, compassion, universal love and grace. Taking a deep breath, please. Hold it. And with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. If there's any other files or any other feelings, known or unknown, perceived or experienced, back from the initial trigger, back from the initial boiler point, whatever it is deep down inside, you wished you had the guts to tell somebody, or whatever the secret was that deep down inside, for all the masks worn throughout all the years, whether it was leaving one family to go in with another family, or leaving one country for another country, If it was without having a voice or having a tough time expressing anything, or if there was any things dealing with emotional vulnerability, oversensitivity, or deep down inside, completely buried in it, there is another way out here, and asking your guides from the light to assist you with having all these files and feelings collectively placed into the field with peace, compassion, universal love, and grace. Taking a deep breath, please. Hold it. And with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. And with you and your inner child and with all of your guides here, asking from the universe of being embodied with a strong pillar of white light, and allowing this white light as it touches the top of your crown, entering in through the top of your crown, through the top of your head, down through your spine, and allowing this divine white light to flow and embody throughout your entire physical being. There is an abundance of this white light, and take a few moments here to fill yourself up with as much of this white light as possible. If there's any stress on the inside, if there's any worries or any anxieties, just channeling this light wherever it needs to go, and on your own accord, taking in another deep breath, and with a purifying exhale, breathe it all out. Keep filling yourself in here with the light, and allowing this divine white light to extend outside of your etherical being, radiating this white light throughout your home, whether it's in the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, the bedroom, through the main floor, if you have a basement or a secondary floor. Radiate this light throughout your home. If you're driving, throughout your vehicle, if you have a car, or wherever you're commuting to, and sending and radiating this light several kilometers or several miles away from your home in all different directions. Keep filling yourself in here with the light. If there's anyone out there from the soul agreement perspective where if you feel triggered, or if you feel, wow, I can feel this, or if someone's giving you a rough time with it, ask the universe on your behalf to assist, asking the universe to assist you with having white light sent by the universe to this person, and just being able to enjoy your day. Ask your guides with being embodied with a strong pillar of universal love, universal unconditional self-love, being embodied with a pillar of universal peace, and a pillar of universal joy. Ask your guides with having these universal energies embodied into your physical being. Thanking the universe here for the light. Giving your inner child here both a hug and a kiss. Thanking your guides here from the light. Thanking all those here present for today. Thanking the universe. Saying goodbye to everyone. And whenever you're ready, walking back to the door, guarding your island, taking out your key and unlocking this door, stepping out from your island, closing the door behind you, locking it and keeping the key with you. Walking back down the set of stairs, back out into your garden, and throughout your garden, picking up a flower or two, and whenever you're ready, gently moving your hands and feet, opening your eyes, taking in 1 or 2 deep breaths, and welcome back. I'd encourage you throughout today, if have a glass of water or 2 or 3. If you feel tired, just take a nap, or if you're feeling called to having an earlier nap in the evening, just ask your guides with being embodied with a good night's rest, and be kind with yourself, be kind with each other. Have an awesome day. Till next time.